Have you ever had one of those dreams that just feels, I don't know, super specific and you can't shake it? Well, today we're going to dive into a really fascinating one from Islamic tradition, what it means when an unmarried girl dreams of feeding a baby. And let me tell you, the answer is probably not what you think.
I mean, think about it. An unmarried girl, a baby, and this incredibly nurturing act of feeding. It's such a powerful image, right? So what on earth could it possibly signify? Let's break it down together.
You see, in Islam, a dream like this is way more than just a random collection of images your brain cooked up. No, it's seen as a message, a sign, pointing towards some really important themes in your life. Things like personal growth, taking on new responsibilities, and some amazing blessings that might be just around the corner. It's kind of like a glimpse into your spiritual state and your readiness for what's next.
All right, so to really get what this dream is trying to tell you, we've got to unpack its key symbols. We're talking about the baby and then the act of feeding. Each one holds its own significant meaning, and when you put them together, well, that's when they tell a really powerful story.
First step, the baby. In Islamic tradition, babies are huge symbols of new beginnings. Think about it. Purity, fresh potential, maybe the start of a new project, a new relationship, or even a brand new phase of your spiritual life. Seeing a baby is basically a sign that something new and pure is being brought into your world. And now for the action itself, the feeding. This is all about nurturing and responsibility. It's about providing care, support, and sustenance. But it goes so much deeper than just physical nourishment. It can also symbolize spiritual care. You know, taking care of your own soul or even the souls of others. So when we put these two things together, the dream's message really starts to pop. So what happens when you combine the new beginning of the baby with the nurturing act of feeding? Well, you get a core message, and that message is all about one thing: preparation. The dream is basically signaling that you're getting ready for something significant on the horizon. It's about a transition into a new phase of maturity and spiritual responsibility. So this dream is pretty much suggesting that you're spiritually preparing to nurture something really important. This could be about new responsibilities, what we call in Islam an amana, a sacred trust. It could be about a serious growth spurt in your faith, or even a huge life event like marriage. But ultimately, all of these point to one thing: a deepening of your spiritual journey and your personal connection with Allah. Okay, but hold on. The general meaning? That's just scratching the surface. The real meaning, the one that's meant just for you, is in the details, specifically how you felt during the dream. The emotional context is absolutely everything here. So think back to your dream. How did that feeding actually feel? If it was easy, if it felt loving and natural, that's a beautiful sign. It shows you have this amazing capacity for compassion and you're ready for new growth. But what if it was difficult? If it was a struggle? That might be pointing to some inner challenges. Maybe a little self-doubt or some unresolved fears about the future that you need to look at. And it's not just about the feeding. The baby's condition itself adds a whole other layer. A healthy, happy, content little baby, that's a wonderful omen. It symbolizes that blessings are on their way and that you are on the right path. But if the baby was sick or crying or uncomfortable, that could be a reflection of your own inner state, some anxiety or unrest you might be feeling. Now, this isn't a bad sign. It's more of a gentle reminder to turn inward and really put your trust in Allah's plan.
So you've had this dream. Now what? What are you supposed to do with this message you've been given? Well, thankfully, Islamic tradition gives us some really practical steps to take so you can turn that insight into real action.
Here are 5 recommended actions. First, make lots of dua. Really ask Allah for guidance on this new path you're on. Second, make istighfar. Ask for forgiveness to help cleanse your heart of any of those fears or doubts the dream might have brought to the surface. Third, really focus on sincere worship to make that connection with Him even stronger. Fourth, nurture your own spiritual well-being, just like you were nurturing that baby in the dream. And finally, number 5, just reaffirm your trust, your tawakkul, in Allah's beautiful plan for you. So let's circle back to what might be the single most important question here. How did you feel? Be honest with yourself. Were you content and at peace? Were you anxious? Totally overwhelmed? Your answer right there holds the key to the dream's personal message for you. At the end of the day, a dream like this is really a kind of spiritual check-in. The emotions you feel are Allah's way of preparing your heart, of showing you where you might need to grow and what you need to work on to be ready for the beautiful future He has planned for you. It's not just a sign of what's to come, it's a guide on how to get there. Of course, every single dream is so personal. And for an interpretation that's really tailored to you, to your life, and your unique circumstances, we always recommend contacting a qualified sheikh. You can find the number to connect with one right there in the description below.